This one genuinely makes me mad because it is clearly intentional misinformation, which is on a whole other level that I think a lot of veterans are going to fall into. So I want to be very, very clear here in what I'm about to say. Now, I'm not going to be hating on this dude. I'm just going to focus on what he said, which is simply wrong. And here's the post. This is on LinkedIn. If you haven't followed me on LinkedIn, go ahead and do that. I'll leave a comment link below in the pinned comment. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's read this, and then we'll going to talk about this mysterious email. Okay, the Trump purge at U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs continues to accelerate, and this is before his VA secretary is even in place, likely any day now. Sources who are also veterans inside VA have shared this email with me. That's what we're looking at here. This is the administration trying to drive people to quit paying full salary until September if you type resign in the response box. The email subject reads fork in the road. They describe it as madness. What a clown show. Again, this is how you drive people out of VA and make sure they don't want to work there, which for many Trump people has always been the plan. If you want to shrink the workforce and privatize the VA, this is how you accelerate it. And check out this note to me from one of the vets at VA that got one of these emails today. Excellent question for all of you in the press corps. I'm not in the press corps if you're wondering, and especially the VA press corps. This is all just the start. I'll have more tomorrow on News Nation with that person and Thursday on a new Independent Americans. And here's the email, okay? This is this mysterious email. I'm not sure if you can see that too well, but essentially, I'm going to describe what it says. And really quick, Jason and myself over on Veterans Daily covered many topics. This is one of them. We have, if you want to hear Jason from Veterans Info Tap and his thoughts, you can go ahead and check that out. It'll be posted on Monday. But it's essentially saying, hey, Trump's new policy is return to office, yada, yada, yada. Here's the 4 pillars, right? You have return to office, performance culture, like DEI stuff, more streamlined and flexible workforce, and enhanced standards of conduct. Then the next part of the email says, if you want to resign, right, because you don't want to come work in the office, the situation has changed, and so therefore here's an out. If you want to resign, we're going to essentially give you the option for paid administrative leave until September. That's basically what it says. And all you have to do is you select reply to this email, and then you hit resign. That's it. Okay. Now, you might say, oh my goodness, that is a really big deal because it's for VA employees. Let me tell you, if you don't know, I'm also a federal employee, at least at this moment of recording this. I've been a federal employee for the Army for a couple years now, a few years. I don't know how long it's been. I'm an instructor, a 1712 training specialist, okay? And I can tell you that this post is baloney because every single federal employee got this same email. I know that because I got the email. And I work for the Army, not the VA. It's from hr@opm.gov. And this was mass blasted out to every single federal employee. Now, what this person did here was basically turn that into, Trump's targeting the VA and VA employees. And that's just not the case. It's not true. It's the entire federal workforce. What's being insinuated here is that Trump is doing this specifically to privatize the VA, which privatizing the VA isn't even, people are saying that, but that's not what the plan is, okay? They want to bolster and definitely put more resources into community care. That's for sure, okay? That's probably going to happen. We see that with Complete the Mission Act. And then obviously Doug Collins, and then the undersecretary, I think his name is Paul Lawrence, and the Trump administration, everyone wants to go into community care. Got it. That doesn't mean get rid of VHA or privatize the VHA. People are just saying that. Anyways, to rope this federal employee's email saying only VA employees got it, here's what I got from a VA employee, Trump's targeting VA employees, it's just not true. And the reason I wanted to make this is because I would caution anyone specifically veterans, that if you have your preconceived notions, right? If you think Biden sucks or if you think Trump sucks, when policies come out, view the policy. Look at, what is this actually doing? Don't say, oh, it sucks because it's Trump's, or oh, it sucks because it's Biden's. Veterans issue need to remain bipartisan. You need to look at policy. This right here, this email in post ain't got nothing to do with the Department of Veteran Affairs outside of their federal employees, just like the DOD and FAA and Department of Energy. And I mean, every federal employee got this email. Literally, this same email is in my work email inbox. It's the same. Okay. And then here's a good question to ask. This is what he got from this mysterious VA employee. I've asked a dozen or so people that also work at the VA with me if they received the email from OPM. Only one other person did, despite several of them also having telework agreements. Telework agreements isn't a part of it. Everyone's going to get this email. And in fact, it's in your my inbox. I have an other folder, and it was in my other folder. So they probably got it. It's just not in there because it's from OPM. It's a mass blast email, and so it doesn't come to their personal inbox. It goes to another folder. So they probably don't even know it's there. How do I know that? Because I'm a freaking federal employee, okay? Anyways, I want to share this because I'm not a big fan of that dude at all. I don't want to – I don't know who he is. I don't want to hate on him personally. But I will say what we just saw was pretty bad, dude. That was wrong. That was wrong. Anyways, food for thoughts. Hit me up on LinkedIn if you haven't already. I just post memes. It's different content than my YouTube stuff. And so I post memes. Here, I'll just show you a little example of what I post up on LinkedIn if I can find what I post. Yeah, so obviously I reshared that with my thoughts saying, hey, basically said you're crazy. And the assertion made in the post is a knee-jerk reaction. But look, I do, some GIFs here, some memes, just funny stuff. So if you like funny stuff, I think it's even funnier to post it on LinkedIn because people get mad. But yeah, that's all I got. If you made it to the end, definitely let me know. And I want to know your thoughts on how information is presented and framed. Because if all you have to go off of is that dude's post, you might believe him, Hopefully this video reaches the right people, to those who did believe it, but now they don't. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you very much.